Picture this, it's a Tuesday morning, you check your brokerage account down another 4%. You fill up your tank $5.40 a gallon. You grab groceries and your usual cart costs $30 more than 6 weeks ago. And somewhere in the back of your mind, a quiet voice whispers, "This is all connected." You're right, it is. And what's coming next is the part almost no one is talking about. Since strikes on Iran began, the Strait of Hormuz, carrying 1/5 of the world's oil, has effectively shut down. Brent crude jumped from $70 to over $110 a barrel. That's a 50% surge in weeks. But here's what the headlines are missing. The gas price spike isn't the crisis. It's just the opening act. 5 economic waves are heading toward your wallet right now on staggered timelines, each one compounding the last. Wave 1, you already feel gas. Wave 2 is landing right now, groceries. Diesel has surged 36%, and every refrigerated truck moving perishables across this country runs on diesel. Retailers already absorbed tariff costs all last year. There's almost no margin left for a second punch. When they stop absorbing, prices catch up fast. Wave 3 won't hit until fall fertilizer. Fossil fuel. The account for up to 80% of fertilizer production costs. 1/3 of global fertilizer supply passes through the Strait of Hormuz. The food on your table in September is getting more expensive right now, based on inputs farmers are paying this month. You won't feel it until it's too late to prepare. Wave 4 is airfare, jet fuel up 85%, and airlines lock those costs into pricing months ahead. And Wave 5 hits your balance sheet directly. Interest rates. The Fed was supposed to cut this year. That's debt. If you were planning to refinance, buy property, or use leverage anywhere, the math just shifted underneath you. The S&P is down nearly 7% from its January peak. The Nasdaq touched correction territory. Gold spiked above $5,400, then crashed 10% in a single week. Even the safe plays aren't behaving. And when you absorb all of that at once, your nervous system does something predictable. It screams sell. That's loss aversion. Princeton research confirmed the pain of losing money feels roughly twice as intense as the pleasure of gaining the same amount. A $50,000 drawdown doesn't feel like a $50,000 problem. It feels like a $100,000 emergency. But here's what the data actually lie shows. Across 40 geopolitical shocks over 85 years, the average first-month loss was just 0.9%, followed by a 3.4% gain over the next 6 months. The people who panicked sold in March 2020 locked in their losses. 57 days later, the market was back. The recovery happened without them. So here's what you actually do. Don't stop your investment contributions. Dollar cost averaging works because of this volatility. Build your emergency reserve to 6 to 12 months of expenses in a high-yield account paying above 4%. Attack revolving debt now. The Fed isn't cutting rates anytime soon. And if you run a business moving physical goods, renegotiate shipping contracts before diesel surcharges eat your margins. This week, not next quarter. In 2008, a financial advisor I know had a client, retired engineer, $2.3 million saved. When Lehman collapsed, he demanded everything moved to cash. The advisor barely talked him out of it. 2 years later, the portfolio had grown. The engineer called back and said, "I almost traded 30 years of work for 30 days of fear." That's exactly what this moment is. The disruption is real, but your response, how fast and how calm you move that's the only variable you control. Here's the question worth sitting with tonight. Are you making decisions right now, or is the fear making them for you? The people who came through 1973, 2008, and 2020 stronger weren't the wealthiest. They were the ones who moved first and held their nerve. Your window is open right now. Drop a comment telling me which wave concerns you most. And if you're not subscribed yet, this story has a long way left to run.